I am stuffed.
Could not eat another thing.
Me neither. Doritos? Come on in.
And for one. Come on.
You sure you know what you're doing, Neil?
First in the queue, Leslie. We've been waiting for this. The bargains, the offers.
At the Homebase sale, this futon sofa bed is now only £149. And this Black & Decker detail sander is half price. And there's a third off this £14.99 range of Dulux 2.5 litre ready-mixed coloured emulsion. Make sure you don't miss the Homebase sale.
Here.
Remember, Jen! I want it in the blue! In the blue.
Indigestion and you don't want something chalky? Remigel. Soft, chewy and gives fast, effective relief. Remigel. Chewy, not chalky.
If you're 16 to 21 years old, the R21 account gives you everything you'd expect from a bank account, plus some things you wouldn't. Like 2-for-1 entry to loads of nightclubs all over the UK, cheaper CDs, and cheaper concert tickets. You and the Royal Bank of Scotland make it happen.
Buy this luxurious cherry red 3-seater leather sofa and save £700. Just one of our amazing savings. Hurry, it's Court's biggest ever sale.
Absolutely anyone who's in the Reader's Digest prize draw could run off with £250,000. Return your entry immediately and who knows?
Hello? How are you?
How are you? Vodafone.
Tonight on ITV1. In Emmerdale, Ashley's the father, but will it be a happy family?
You can both spend a night at the vicarage.
Something big is starting to happen in Coronation Street.
New year, new life.
Des O'Connor has a star-studded celebrity special for New Year's Eve.
I've got a story to tell.
A midsummer murder mystery starring John Nettles.
2 unnatural deaths.
Murder.
Is that sort of village?
Tonight on ITV1. And tomorrow, what better way to spend New Year's Day than by watching the ITV pantomime? An all-star cast assemble from 5:30. Back to tonight, though, and time for all the early evening news.
Knighthood at 80, Jimmy Young tops the honours list. Countdown to the Euro, new currency launched at midnight. And fireworks down under, New Year celebrations have already begun.
From ITN, the ITV News with Mark Austin.
Good evening. The most famous 80-year-old in broadcasting, disc jockey Jimmy Young, says he's very proud to have been knighted in the New Year's honours. Also a Sir, the film actor Ben Kingsley, famous for playing Gandhi. There are other honours in pop for the Bee Gees and for Sade, and in sport for boxer Lennox Lewis and England cricket captain Nasser Hussain. Here's Nina Nana.
Sir Jimmy Young, the 80-year-old veteran broadcaster, celebrated his knighthood today, where else but behind a microphone.
I'm very proud. I'm very, very happy to be honoured with a knighthood, and since you, dear listener, play such an important part in the programme, I hope you'll be sharing in my happiness.
Also knighted, Oscar-winning actor Sir Ben Kingsley celebrated his honour with a walk with the family.
I shall be very honoured to kneel before my sovereign and arise as a knight. My children are giggling, but I'm dead serious.
Newly knighted film director Sir Alan Parker said he too was expecting giggling.
I think that most of my colleagues in the film industry would probably be falling around laughing, actually, that I should be given it. You know, I've been directing for 30 years. I've had my head down doing the work, and the work is all that's mattered.
Those honoured in the sports arena include Britain's first world heavyweight boxing champion for a century, Lennox Lewis. He gets a CBE. And there are OBEs for England cricket captain Nasser Hussain and the former England football manager Graham Taylor.
I'd like to think it's not going to change me in any shape or form, but receiving the honour as we have done has been very, very nice.
It's set to be a very happy new year for the brothers Gibb, Barry, Morris and Robin, a CBE for each of the Bee Gees.
It's just something that seems way beyond our reach, that anybody would bestow upon us anything like this. I mean, we used to think about it, you know, we used to see other people getting this stuff and saying, well, yeah, they deserve it, that's pretty cool, you know, but we just never thought we would get recognised in this way.
Amongst those rewarded for their work in charity, 19-year-old Michelle Lewis, one of the youngest ever recipients of an MBE. She started raising money for good causes when she was only 8. So far, she's raised more than $1 million.
Speechless. Just, I feel so privileged, you know, just to actually being given this honour, and it's just fantastic.
And in the aftermath of the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center, there are honours today for members of the British Consulate General in New York, who had the unenviable task of notifying the next of kin. Nina Nanar, ITN.
The Pentagon is investigating reports that an American bombing raid in eastern Afghanistan has killed more than 100 villagers. People living in the village say 107 of their neighbours died. Identifying the victims has been made more difficult because of the damage caused by the bombing. The unconfirmed report says a B-52 warplane and 2 helicopter gunships were involved in the attack. In 5 hours' time, the euro becomes the official currency of most of the rest of Europe. As the 12 countries involved count down, their politicians have been talking up the euro and the benefits they think it'll bring. Here's our economics editor, Caroline Kerr.
The advantages of the euro are being extolled in song today, as children from each of the 12 countries which are about to give up their currencies were presented with the first public issue of the new notes. Meanwhile, the practicalities of releasing a new currency to 300 million people included realigning cash machines across the eurozone. In Germany, the euro will be the only currency accepted from tomorrow. Elsewhere, old and new money will both be legal tender until February. For British holidaymakers, the new currency should make life simpler.
Well, it's going to be very much easier for people travelling in the 12 Eurozone countries. They only need to change their money once. They won't need to change it when going from one country to another. And of course, when they bring it back, they can keep it for their next trip, or they may be able to spend it in some UK shops.
20 major high street chains have agreed to accept the euro. Dixon's is among a handful of companies accepting euros at some stores. BHS, along with John Lewis and Marks & Spencer, will take euros in all its shops. And people using pubs and restaurants at Britain's airports will also be able to pay in euros. So by tomorrow you'll be able to shop on the high street in euros. You'll even be able to buy a gin and tonic in an English pub and pay for it in euros. The question is, though, will the British, as they become more used to using the new currency, become less resistant to joining up? Caroline Kerr, ITN, Heathrow Airport.
There's been a small sign of hope in the dangerous military build-up between Pakistan and India. Pakistan has arrested a leader of the Islamic militant group India says was probably to blame for an attack on its parliament. India says the arrest is good news, but more need to be made. Terry Lloyd has the latest developments.
As New Year approaches, along with the prospect of war, Indian families crammed into the last train from Pakistan, which crossed the border to take them back home. At least 60,000 people have fled their homes close to the disputed territory in Kashmir as troops take up positions. Already, Indian soldiers have killed 8 militants who they believe were connected to the group responsible for the recent suicide attack on their parliament. Yet the government in Delhi has welcomed a move by Pakistan to arrest several of the extremist leaders.
If this information is confirmed, then it is a step forward in the correct direction.
These two nuclear rivals who've been to war 3 times before still confront each other at a daily flag-lowering ceremony on the Kashmiri border. And the crowds which come to watch and taunt have grown along with the tension. Terry Lloyd, ITN.
Well, as we prepare to welcome in the new year, the celebrations are already over on the other side of the world. The arrival of 2002 has been marked with parties and fireworks in Australia and China. Helen Wright has been watching the celebrations.
Sydney had been promised its biggest ever fireworks display, and the crowds around the famous Harbour Bridge were not disappointed. Despite the bushfires encircling the city's suburbs, there was no sign of the smoke that's masked the Sydney skyline in recent days, as thousands enjoyed the midnight party to welcome New Year. In China's Shenzhen province, it was a more formal affair, as an invited audience welcomed 2002 with a lavish concert and spectacular fireworks. In London, Trafalgar Square has been prepared for the annual influx of thousands of New Year revellers willing to brave expected sub-zero temperatures. And in the capital's East End, parties are already in full swing. Pubs can open for 36 hours continuously this new year, though few are expected to do so. In Newcastle, they're getting ready for a musical start to 2002 with a quayside carnival. In Edinburgh, a fun fair began the Hogmanay celebrations, which will culminate tonight with fireworks around the city's castle. Helen Wright, ITN.
That's it for now. I'm back with more news at 9:30.
Good evening. The ITV weather team already in festive mood, especially our graphic designers. An ideal opportunity for me to wish you all a very, very happy new year. If you're going out to celebrate this evening or overnight, it is going to be very, very cold. A dry night for most of us, but a frosty one everywhere, as you see. Like last night, temperatures down to around -8 in places, so slippery roads and a chance of 1 or 2 fog patches as well. Do take care. Tomorrow, New Year's Day, is going to be a glorious, sunny winter's day, a cold one, but lots of sunshine across most of Britain. Freshening winds in the southwest and quite strong breezes across northern parts of Britain too, but a dry and sunny day. Still, after that very cold start, temperatures will struggle, only around 2 or 3 tomorrow, but at least it is a dry day for most of us. Lots of sunshine, but very cold.
Powergen, bringing the essentials to life.
A look that could strike you down at 50 feet. And a tongue as sharp as a dagger.
From where I'm standing, I'm not the one with the image problem. Can't all be blonde, busty bimbettes.
Cross this woman at your peril. Night and Day, Thursday at 11, ITV1.
Join the New Year's Day sale at DFS. There's double the discount, yes, double the sale discount on a huge choice of special offers. Double the savings on this cool designer sofa, only $385. Double sale savings. Double the savings on this classic leather sofa, only $549. DFS also gives you 3 years free credit with nothing to pay for a whole year. A whole year on everything. That's New Year's Day at DFS.
At CSL, the quality of our furniture speaks for itself. There's stylish, quality furniture with a 5-year guarantee at factory prices. Right now, you'll also get an amazing 40% off our autumn collection and up to 4 years free credit. That's 40% off this beautiful sofa and 40% off these, all available free for a full year. CSL, why good furniture speaks for itself. For sitting, we really do leave others standing.
Granada weather, sponsored by United Utilities.
It's going to stay dry tonight with clear starry skies. If you're off out and about, wrap up well. It's going to be bitterly cold, a widespread keen frost developing, maybe 1 or 2 fog patches down towards Cheshire and Shropshire. And ice will form on untreated surfaces. The overnight low a biting -6 degrees Celsius. And then tomorrow, well, despite the hangover, it's worth getting up early. Plenty of sunshine around. Early frost will gradually clear. Despite the sunshine, though, temperatures are going to struggle. It's going to be another cold day tomorrow, a high of 2 or 3 degrees Celsius in just a light southwesterly wind.
Granada weather, sponsored by United Utilities.
Didn't die on his own. I just took my best. Get out! Kevin? So much pain.
Peak practice is back.
I kissed her.
At the new regular time of 9.
Could have killed him.
Thursday on ITV1.
On Wednesday at 8, Carol Vorderman starts looking for Britain's brainiest contestants. But now celebrities are set up in surprising stars.
The movie people. Say, who wants to go meet the new neighbor?
This new year, celebrate with a new theme park at Disneyland Resort Paris. Coming soon, Walt Disney Studios, sponsor of the ITV Entertainment.
Welcome to a brand new show, Surprising Stars. Now, we all love surprises, don't we? And funnily enough,